Hi, everybody. My name's Lucia Cardamone, and I'm a sales director with Nutrimetics. And just going to share a little bit about myself and introduce you to David as well. Howdy, David. So, a little bit about my background. I grew up on a dairy farm in Gippsland with my three brothers and came to Melbourne on my 15th birthday to go to boarding school. And I was in year 11. On my 15th birthday. So very, very young, repeated year 11 and then did year 12. And when my year 12 marks weren't what I wanted them to be, the department store that I'd been working at Myers on Friday nights and Saturday mornings when that first started. And when my marks weren't that great in year 12, they actually did offer me to do a 2-year cadetship in retail. And it was at the second, and you know what? I loved that job. I absolutely loved living in the city, working in the city. I loved the prissiness of it. And I loved getting the store ready. I loved the people. I loved what I was learning. I loved being a junior buyer because I ended up being a junior buyer off the floor. That was before the Lonsdale Street was even built, like it wasn't even there. And so we used to buy it from the reps off the floor, and I loved it. It was just really great. But, it got to a point when I started not liking it anymore. And it was either kind of silly things like I don't like gossip, and I really hated, working on one counter and they'd be gossiping about the people on the other counter. And then I'd go over there and they'd be doing the same thing about them. And, I was very conscious, like being on a farm, you've only got to be told once what to do. You don't need to be told over and over again. And I'd get in early at work, 8:30, get my department all ready, clean, spruced up. So at 9 o'clock, everything was ready to go for serving customers. Well, my friends that I worked with, used to come in at 1 minute to 9 and kind of start working. And Buglikes over here, who was the junior, was doing the prep work. And it used to really annoy me that I was 19 years of age. They were getting paid double what I was getting paid only because of how old I was. And it was a boys' club too back then. I was in men's gloves, scarves, and handkerchiefs, and it was very much a boys' club. So I didn't like that. I didn't like that I couldn't take my holidays when I wanted to. I didn't like that, the promotions weren't, readily like they were for the boys. There were so many things that were frustrating there. And it was in the second year of my cadetship that when I was actually living in a house with 4 other girlfriends that I went to boarding school with. We were sharing a house in Brunswick. And one night this guy knocks on the door and he says, he's showing us his saucepans and we're killing ourselves laughing. And as he's walking out the door, he said to us, "Hey, you girls, I think might be more interested in the skincare and makeup that my neighbor sells." So I grabbed her number. She came over and I couldn't believe what I was seeing. This young mum, beautiful, loved her job, loved the people that she was working with, loved the people that were training her, had just come back from an overseas trip to Hong Kong and Penang, and she just loved it. And she, like I'd smell these products were beautiful and fresh and made from botanicals. And, I'd grown up on a farm. I wasn't big on using, chemicals on my skin, even back then. And I just said to her, I just said, "What do I have to do what you're doing?" And she said, "Oh, you just buy this kit." And, the kit was worth my 2 weeks' wages, so I bought this kit. In fact, my boyfriend that was in the room, bought the kit for me. Well, I've got to tell you, my life since then, like it is just unimaginable that I would have had the kind of lifestyle that I've enjoyed in these 45 years that I've been with Nutrimetics. And just the travel, the income, I know now what I should have asked back then. Like I should have asked, is it simple? I should have asked, will someone help me? Will I make money? Am I going to have fun? Is now a good time? I joined on the 12th of November, back in 1975, is it a good time? Like it was a tick, tick, tick that I know now, but back then I didn't know that, so that was, but I've traveled all over the world with Nutrimetics. I've been, on more than 50 international trips with them. I've driven, I think it's 17 or 18 company cars, and just really love the company, love what they do, love how they do what they do, and incredible support and sisterhood and brotherhood that we have in the company. And look, right now, when I think of all the technology that the company has embraced, and, thank God that I'm an early adapter, because I started using Zoom, 5 years ago, and thank goodness I, pushed through the resistance that was going on. But the company, with their onboard platform and what's just about to be launched on the 1st of December, there's something even David doesn't know what's going to be launched on the 1st of December that's going to take our company to a whole other level. So the future's looking very, very bright at Nutrimetics. So David, what about you? Why don't you tell everyone your story?
Okay, so my story started about 22 years ago when I, like you, worked in retail in a Myer store, and, dabbled in some fragrances and had a lot of fun selling those, and then thought, why don't I move to makeup? So I was trained with L'Oreal and became a makeup artist for Yves Saint Laurent. And then after that, I had the opportunity to move to David Jones and work as a counter manager, so running a team for the Giorgio Armani cosmetics range that was exclusive back then to David Jones. And then after that, I thought, I think I need to do the trifecta. So I moved into skincare and body care. And I did my training with Jalique Australia and worked with them for about 3.5 years and gained a lot of insight about that. And so my passion is in skincare, cosmetics, fragrances. I love the cosmetics industry. But my biggest passion is working with people, ladies, gentlemen, teenagers, mature people, in regards to their skin concerns and their looks and maybe how they smell and how they want to feel. And really, at the end of it, it's all about the feeling that my customers get when they leave me. And they are a customer when they come to me, but with the way that I work with my clients, they become my friends, and I build relationships, and I love that. I really love that about the industry, and especially the cosmetics industry. I mean, what better industry to be in, to see repeated people coming in to you all the time and only asking for you and asking for your advice. But with that also comes the whole, you're standing in store all day long and you might be doing an 8-hour shift, and in your first 3 hours, no one comes in because there's no traffic because of the particular day it might be. And that gets tiring on your feet, on your back. You're not actually allowed to sit down. You can't lean. So you're standing up for these massive amounts of hours that you have been asked to go in and do at a specific time. And I don't miss that. I don't miss the standing around all day. I don't miss being micromanaged. That's not me. I'm not a micromanager, and I don't like being micromanaged. So those type of things there sort of made me go, oh, I love what I do. I just don't like being told by other people who don't see what I do and don't understand what I do. They're just coming down and telling you, why are you leaning, or are you serving that customer over there, or da-da-da-da, and they're not getting the background story, and that's a bit off-putting. It truly is. So I was lying in bed, actually. It would be this time last year, to be honest.
It's a year today, yeah.
It is a year today. I'm celebrating my first anniversary with Nutrimetics, been with them 1 year. So this time last year, last night, I received an email from a friend of mine who I work with. So I'm also a primary school teacher, and this lady that I work with was kind enough to send me an email with all these specials from Nutrimetics. And the question that she sent me was, have you used Nutrimetics before? And when I opened the email, I thought, I know this company. I've seen this company before. My mum used these products. My auntie used these products. My grandmother used these products. I've been in the cosmetics industry for over 20 years. why have I not seen Nutrimetics around or ever thought of it as some form of competition or anything like that? So I remembered the apricot body dew, and the first thing, and this is a fragrance thing, the first thing that came to mind when I read apricot body dew was the smell of it. As a child, when I used to use it after a shower, Mum would give us a little bit and we'd put it on our skin and
Oh,
we would smell absolutely fabulous. So hang on a moment. So I thought, oh, I remember that really nice, distinctive, fresh smell of apricot. And it just brought back some childhood memories.
oh,
It brought back the summer because I remember it was summertime that we used it a lot. Um, and so I jumped onto the Nutrimetics website and I had a look through, and I noticed there was a little spiel on there saying, why don't you join us and become a consultant? I thought, hang on a minute. You telling me that this company is offering me the opportunity to sell cosmetics, makeup, skincare, body care, hair care, and I haven't got anyone telling me what to do, and I don't have to stand up for 8 hours doing it, and I can still be personable with my customers who then become my friends or my clients, and I can still do what I love doing without having that watchful eye of a camera or a Maya manager who's coming down the escalator watching you and you're thinking, oh my God, why am I not doing something right now? That all just disappeared. So I thought, hey, what have I got to lose? I joined Nutrimetics, and if I don't like it, I've got an account for life that I can get discounted skincare. Or if I love it and I make money from it, then I'm going to continue doing what I absolutely love doing. So I joined. And I haven't looked back, and I don't think I'm actually looking back on the past because I'm only looking forward, and I'm looking at where this is going to take me and the journey that I've been on this year. And not only that, but the most important thing to me and to my heart, the fantabulous people that I've met on this journey in this 1 year. I mean, Lucia, my God, the things that you do, the things that I've learned from you, even though I've been in retail for over 20 years, and the things that I've learned from you that I thought, wow, if only I knew this 20 years ago when I started and went through my retail journey. And I'm so grateful that I've got that, though, these strategies now, this experience now. And like I said, I love selling skincare. I love selling makeup. I definitely love helping people out. And I love when people come back to me and say, you've changed the feeling of my skin. And that's what is important to me. So where do I see myself in the future with Nutrimetics? Well, only time will tell. But I tell you what, I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. So look, if anybody's thinking about it, don't think, just do. That's all I say. Just do it. Take that opportunity. Like I did.
like you did, David. And we're so glad that you did. Thanks so much, David.
No, thank you. Thank you for everything.